What does multiband mean? Like, you ever scroll through Waves Audio because you hate having money and you see all these multiband EQs, like 6 bands, 7 bands, 10 bands? Like, what does it mean? When you open up a graphic EQ, one of the first things you normally do is just create a bell curve so you can raise or lower frequencies. I mean, that or you just click on a preset and just call it good enough because you couldn't be bothered. What do these things mean? Well, every edit you make is actually called a band. So if I insert a low cut, 3 bell curves, and a high shelf, I've actually just used 5 bands on my EQ. So an EQ that says it's a 10 band EQ really just is saying that at maximum it can have up to 10 bands or 10 edits before it kind of reaches its limit and you have to insert a new EQ. But wait a minute, this EQ has 7 bands, but this EQ has 10 bands. Does that mean this EQ over here is better? Like, it's like technically kinda, because like it can make more edits, but I wouldn't let that be the deciding factor. I'd also focus on like display or like how easy it is to use or make edits, or you know, which just sounds better, because like at the end of the day I can't always just add a second plugin. Like, it's not that hard, and computers are pretty good nowadays where adding 2 EQs won't make it just like explode or something. But hey, feel free to tell me how I'm wrong in the commentators. So yeah, that's multiband. It's kind of like this word that you kind of just see everywhere, but you're never really told what it means. Kind of like threshold or phase. Like, where do these words even come from? Like, it's almost like it's on purpose or something. Like, what? Phase? Like, what? Phase up or something? Like, come on, who's in charge of naming things here? Like, how do things kind of even get their names? Hi, I'm the guy who always makes fun of you every time you ask a simple question. Like, what? You don't know what sampler to use? Just get good, dude. I'm here to deliver you a very important message. Ha! Look at this dummy right here who doesn't know what a threshold is. Like, what? Do you engineering music because you're too poor? Ooh. Like, just inherit generational wealth. Like, it's that easy. Hey, don't listen to that guy, because he's probably just trying to sell you his course anyway. So let's talk about threshold. You've probably seen this word around and just wonder what it actually does. Well, threshold determines at what loudness your plugins will actually turn on. Whenever the incoming signal gets louder than the threshold, then whatever the plugin is will activate. But if it never gets louder than the threshold, then your plugin is actually doing nothing and you are being placeboed. Hey, stay with us here. Stay with us. Doctor, quick, we're losing him. Tired of getting scanned by Waves Audio? Wow, I have all these affordable plugins and whoops, software update, now none of them work and I gotta join the subscription plan. Well, introducing Mains! We'll give you the exact same experience, just with a different name. Because here at Mains, we've realized that we don't need to focus on quality or customer experience, because as long as we make our website look like a gacha game, the whales will be coming and give us all their money. Huh? What's that? Everyone's loving this thing called the Pole Tech? Well, let me introduce you a little something called the Puig Tech. Yeah, now that's sounding copyright free to me. Mains. Because hey, someone will do it at the end of the day, as long as the whales come in and are willing to pay. Oh hey, you're back. Man, we almost lost you there for a second. Man, what was it like in the afterlife, huh? I hope it wasn't full of corporate greed like this hospital bill over here. Why are you looking at me like that? Well, let's talk about phase. So phase is blah, blah, blah. 2 wavelengths canceling each other out, so invert the polarity when using multiple mics, you know, more science stuff. But phase 3 is where things get wild. I was talking to a friend at Waves Audio, and he told me all about their diabolical plan. You see, phase 1 was that they monopolized affordable plugins, and then phase 2 was that they switched to a subscription-based company. And now, phase 3 is that they can raise the prices for their perpetual licenses. Can't you see? It was never about the Waves Creative Access Plan. It's so that they could raise the prices of their perpetual plugins until they eventually reach the price of that fake bargain price. It's like they were playing the long game this entire time. Soon, they'll have people paying lavish amounts of money for plugins, but still have them on the subscription plan for the Waves backup plan, just to make sure the plugins they already bought still work. It's like a free incentive to make plugins worse. But my friend, I think it's time you've heard enough, and perhaps should go take a visit to our sister company in the afterlife. Mains!